So, for those of you who do not have a drill or a drill bit to start the hole on the top of this hummingbird container, use a lighter. Heat it up and then poke a hole through it and cut it out. You don't need that very big of a hole, just enough to get that little white bulb through here. Okay, this is part 1. This is project 1. But I'm giving you a couple opportunities on how you can get a hole in the top of this. And then once that solar light cap's on the top, you're not going to see that if it becomes a little black. It's no big deal. But that's my suggestion. Melt it with a lighter and then poke your hole through. I tried the hot glue gun without using a lighter. I tried my hot glue gun. It did not get hot enough to poke a hole. So for those of you who do not have a drill, because I suggest you drill the hole, then just light it up a little bit with the lighter, melt it, and then poke a hole that way. Okay, let's continue on with this cute little solar light. Okay, so if you followed along and decided to add the fairy inside like I have, and you made your top part of the hummingbird bottle a little bigger to get her through, now I'm using my Loctite clear silicone, all right, and it does have the long nozzle. And what I did was I added silicone in there first, and then I pushed her down into the silicone, and then some of the gems from the bracelet I pushed into the silicone, because I eventually want her to stand upright, okay, when this is outside. So right now I have to work with her in the silicone while she's laying face down in this bottle. This is why I also suggested this type of glue, because of that long nozzle. Now the Dollar Tree gems, some of it, like I said, is adhered to the silicone in there. I will place some of it at the bottom of this, and then I will be gluing these two together. And then I will glue the top when I'm finished, because if for some reason I have to adjust her, I can still adjust her from the top. And I'm using a screwdriver to get down in there to adjust her. So, let's continue with the slideshow. This is a lot of fun and challenging. Now I am adding some more beads inside. Why not? Once this lights up at night, it's going to highlight everything that's in there. Well, we have this huge bucket of beads. You can use Mardi Gras beads. You can use the Dollar Tree more bracelets from the Dollar Tree, all kinds of beads. I'm sticking with the gold. Found a little star, you know, just various little golden items. There's one little blue one in there. And I'm just filling it in because now that glue is inside there, and I poked her around, and I did end up using a doll stick from the Dollar Tree to get in there, fix her the way I want her to sit. Now I'm just adding the beads around her, and then I'm going to let this sit for 24 hours. I'm not going to touch it, but I will place it outside once the cap's on it, and I'll let the sun hit the light. Alright, but this won't be able to really be used till about 24 hours, okay? Alright, let me continue with some more little beads I can find in here. And let's continue with the slideshow. Boy, it's beautiful all day today. Anyhow, I brought it outside, and on the way outside, I dropped it, and it all fell apart. So I had to go back into my craft room and adjust her again, and then replace the cap. Anyhow, there's a little bit of splatter of silicone around the glass part. Well, not the glass, the plastic hummingbird part of the bottle. And what can I do? Got a little bead over here that's stuck up on the side. Okay, let's just let it sit. Tonight I'll come out and see how it looks. And wanted to show you, guess what I found today at Krogers? Hahaha, Oreo Game of Thrones cookies. Yes, indeed. I am collecting these, so I'm not going to eat them. Believe it or not, I will not eat them. I'm not an Oreo fan. I am a Game of Thrones fan. So anyhow, we'll come back over tonight. You'll get a video of this at night and see how. Starting my second outdoor solar light, and look, my hot glue gun did get hot enough to poke a hole through this. So there's your starter. You don't need to drill. Just use your hot glue gun, press on the plastic, and it'll make a big enough hole for you. You can then take wire cutters and cut around it to make it wider if you want to place stuff inside. This one, I'm going to place stuff from the other end because I'm going to make some florals inside, make it farmhousey type. That's my second design. So there you go. I took my plants out of the garage, but it looks like they didn't survive. But yet my ivy in the current video survived in the garage. Well, here is the one that I said I would add beads to the flowers. Silicone. And then there's iridescent beads in the inside. Pretty classy. And then we have the cute little farmhouse one. You know, for a hummingbird feeder and a solar light, and then a few decorations on the inside. I think I might start a trend. I can see these as winter solar lights too, decorated for Christmas and the Christmas scene inside of them. But if you do make one, say hi to me on Facebook at Legacy's Little Luxuries, Arts and Crafts, YouTube. Send me a picture and I will post it on my Facebook page. So tonight I'll come out and I'll show you what they look like. But they have to rest because they are still adhering to the silicone. Getting my solar lights ready before I can get my plants in. Still only April, so I'm not going to buy any plants. Oh, and be sure to see the video how I upcycled this cutie. Alright, let's wait for tonight. Alrighty, after I dry brushed all the white on it to make it look weathered, except for her copper halo, of course that's always going to shine, that's her halo. I drilled a hole to fit the solar light stake. However, I also drilled a screw so that the solar light will not falter back and forth. If I place this out in the wind, I don't want the solar light eventually flying off. I want something to anchor it down with. And I decided to put a screw right there, and then I will place the solar light over it. And then, of course, silicone it onto the base I'm going to place. And I did make sure I drilled a little bit around it so that the silicone glue will sink down in and go around the screw as well. And of course, I used this tool. This is the tool I wanted you to use to drill the hole on the top of the hourglass shaped hummingbird bottle, but I told you you can also just use your hot glue gun and poke a hole. With the hot glue on hot, the gun on hot, you can poke the hole through that plastic and then succeed into going from there. But I did use the tool and the drill to drill this in. So what do you think? Not bad. She's coming along, bit by bit. Alrighty, I'm finished with my garden angel. I even scratched it up a little bit around the bottom to make it look like it's even older. But I wanted this to look very old, except for the copper scrubby and the halo. So outside she goes to let the sun hit the UV square. And then I will be placing her in my garden this summer. So $3 minus 90% off, which took it down to, you know, a few cents. And then $1 solar light, and then the bottom of the hummingbird feeder, because I'm using the top part for another solar light. I don't throw anything away. I repurpose whatever I can. And then I will be placing the copper cap on that because I did remove it and spray paint it. And I might have to throw some green on that copper cap too to make that look like it's getting rusty from the water. And I might even clear coat this, weather coat this, so that it does stay this way. Or I might keep it like this and see how much more it fades and weathers this summer. It just depends on where I place it. If I place it part sun and part shade, it won't weather that much. But if I place it in the full sun, oh boy. Might even bring this in the fall and then rehook up the electric to it. You never know. But here it is. Another idea with the Dollar Tree solar light. She is getting ready to rain outside, so I brought all the solar lights indoors. Like I said, the silicone has to adhere and have to give it a full day. So it's dark enough in the garage to show you. Look at this. And look at the Dollar Tree bracelet, how the gems are highlighted just from this Dollar Tree solar light. Look at that. It's bright, reflective, and it's going to last all summer. Look at her just sitting in there, all cozy and looking cute and whimsical. Here's the farmhouse style with the copper. See how it's highlighted a little bit? And there's the flowers on the inside. Look at that, they look real. They look like they were trapped. And there's the light. Look at that. And then here is the garden angel that you just seen. Of course, I aged her. And there's the light. Look at that. And then last but not least, here's the other Dollar Tree hummingbird feeder solar light. And that's just with the beads inside. You can use Dollar Tree glass, like I said, but they get heavy. So these are just a strand of beads I picked up at the thrift store a year ago. And now look, the light is highlighting the pink and the yellows in it. This is really pretty in person. The camera doesn't do it justice. But once again, I'm in the dark garage. So, and I have no flowers yet. Of course, this is only April. We're just getting the solar lights done. The flowers will come next month, and then you'll see all these useful, yet handmade, and on a budget, solar lights this year. Look at that. And yes, I'm going to be making more. These ones are staked in the ground. I will be using the other ones for hanging around the house and yard. Subscribe, join my cute crafty family channel, and share. And if you do make these, find me on Facebook and send me a picture. Legacy's Little Luxuries Arts and Crafts YouTube is the name of the Facebook page. I'd love to see a photo. And then if you send it to me, I will even highlight it on my page and give you a little bit of notoriety and a day of fame. Take care. Bye.